You know, my beautiful friends, I have to share something with you. Maybe some of you know it anyway. Okay, Avraham Avinu is bringing Yitzchak mamish to the Akeda. Listen to this. Two things I want to point out to you. It says, God told him to sacrifice the only son. He didn't tell him when. I mean, he could have waited a year. You know, let's first go on a little retreat. Me and Sarah go to Acapulco a little bit, or even to Eilat. You know, let's get together. The next morning. But this is not the point. The point is, it says, Vayashkem Avram Baboika. Avram got up the next morning. You know what it means?
Slept the night before.
He slept at night. Can you imagine how much Avraham Avinu is trusting God? He slept at night. Why did he sleep? You and I, or maybe I don't know about you, sadly enough, I sleep because I'm tired, right? Avraham Avinu is only sleeping, should have strength to serve God the next day. And realize, Gewalt Tomorrow, do I need strength? The second thing I want to point out to you, this is a Volker Torah. You know, God can only speak to a person who is filled with joy. Right? And if you're not filled with joy, God says, listen, I love you, but can't talk to you. You're not merchandise for me to talk to you. Now listen to this. Avram is standing mamish, holding the knife over Yitzchak. If, God forbid, he would not have been filled with joy, God could not even tell him, don't kill him. It's a Gewalt. Gewalt is like Gewalt, Gewalt. But I want to share with you the Torah of the Walker, which is the deepest depths. He said, who was that angel? He said, the angel was created from the Simcha Avraham Avinu had, the way he put Yitzchak on the altar. The angel, you know, when you do something good, you create an angel. Right? He said, the angel was created from the Simcha Avraham had to put Yitzchak on the altar. And that angel said, Avraham, don't do it. That was like a Gewalt, you know. I have to share with you one more Torah from my grandfather, which my father told me when I was 6 years old, but his mamish got into my bones. And the older I get, the more true it is. You know, today, a lot of people, without saying anything bad, they get a little bit religious, and then you meet them a year later, they don't know you anymore. They don't, even if they shake hands with you, they give you their 2 fingers, they look away because, I mean, who are you? I knew you last year and I wasn't religious. Now I'm so religious, can't even talk to you anymore, right? Mm-hmm. Let me ask you, how religious did Avraham and Yitzchak come after they came down from the Akeda, the Holy of Holiest, right? So there's a messenger telling Avraham, your brother, pagan, had some more children, more pagans, disgusting. So Avraham Avinu should say, no, really. I mean, let's face it, they're not my family anymore. I'm Jewish now, I have nothing to do with them. Who cares? Who gives a damn if some more pagans? But you know what? Who was born? Our Holy Mother Rivka, right? And you know what happened? Everybody knows Rivka was born at that moment while Yitzchak was lying on the altar. And Avraham Avinu is coming back from the Akeda, and the messenger comes to tell him, I want you to know, your pagan brother had a little pagan girl, Rivka. Imagine Avraham Avinu says, I don't give a damn about the whole scene. And my father told me, my father was such a good, mamash educated me. If I'm bad, it's because of me, but if I'm a little bit good, it's because of him. My father told me, whatever happens to you, don't ever, ever, ever stop being close to the people you know. Don't ever stop being close to the most distant relative, even if you're a Jew and they're pagans. Wow. It's a good Torah for today, you know. When I walk in Yerushalayim sometimes, I meet kids who I turned on to Yiddishkeit, and they give me 2 of their hands. Just now, I met a boy from South Africa. I made a Jew out of him. And now he walks on the street and says, hey, Shloimele, how you doing? Reluctantly, he came over to the other side. And reluctantly, he lowered his standards and told me he has 2 children. No, mazel tov. Some days I'll grow up. For you, Heilige Rebbe. But I have some coffee here. Wait. Lucy, you're the best.
Should be cold by now.
Yeah, I have to tell you something which is, I'm sure it bugs you too. Okay, there's so many holy books, right? There's so many holy books. And in every book it says how you have to teach your children to be holy, to be frum, to be cute, be sweet. Where do you find what you need the most? Mamish, how to love your children. How to love your children. Where do you find the deepest depths of all teachings? How to be close to your children. And I'm going through all the Chassidish form. Where is it? Now let me tell you something. You know what the truth is? The truth is, this is Mashiach's Torah. This is Eliyanov's Torah. What's Eliyanov all about? Eliyanov is coming to bring peace between parents and children. So no wonder it's not written down yet, because this is what Eliyanov is going to give us. And only for our generation, because we are getting so close, we're already looking in the books for it, because where's that book, right? 100 years ago nobody was looking for it, because they thought it's enough. You have children, you teach them, that's it. Today, thank God, we're already so close to Elijah the prophet. I know one thing. God bless you. You cannot give over Yiddishkeit, unless you're so close to it. I want you to know something. I was always telling my Chavre, Yiddishkeit you don't teach, you have to give over. Who was the first teacher? Moshe Rabbeinu. Should say, Moshe kibel Torah Sinai. He received the Torah on Mount Sinai, v'limdo li Yeshua, and he taught it to Yeshua. The Torah you don't teach. Masor li Yeshua, you have to give it over. I tell you how my father gave over to me Yiddishkeit. Every Friday night, I'll never forget it, my father took me by the hand to my brother, who were twins, and he walked around all over the house singing Shalom Aleichem. But with so much sweetness. I'll tell you something, when my father gave me over Yiddishkeit, besides blessing us every Friday night, I told some of my friends, Yom Kippur night, after we came home from davening, my father Mamish would take Mamish each child maybe half hour. And little kids, you're supposed to stand like this, right? From time to time, you want to see what's your father doing. You look up a little bit. Each time I just could see his tears dropping down the floor. Mamish, giving it over to us. Giving it over to us. I have to tell you one more thing, and then we got to sing one more song, make a little stop. It says, Vayoshav Avram el Orv. Avram Avinu went back to the young people, meaning basically to Yishmael and Eliezer. I want to show you something. I said this Tisha B'Av on the Moshav. I just want to look over Holy Chanala and Eugene, who's the greatest friends of our Moshav. So I could have your attention for 1 minute. Friends, listen to me. It says, Avram Avinu, Yoshav Avinu came back with the children. To the children, or with the children. I want you to know something awesome. A Yidel had told me in Bnei Barak, a Gaval story, that after the liberation in Auschwitz, Nebuch should never happen again. If you know Nebuch, they had thousands and thousands of little shoes of children. Nebuch, he went through the shoes, and the most unbelievable thing, he found the shoes of his children. He took the shoes with him. And it says, when Mashiach is coming, I'm going to greet him with the shoes in my hand. If he brings me back my children, it's Mashiach. If he comes without my children, I don't want to know it. You know what's after the Akedah? Everybody knows Yitzchak, while he was lying on the altar, went through whatever a Jew will go through till Mashiach's coming. Inquisition, Auschwitz, everything in the world. Mamash, Father Yitzchak went through. And I want you to know, Avraham Avinu says, Vayoshev Avraham el Hor. After the Akedah, Avraham Avinu promises you come back with all the children. Yoshev Avraham el Hor. Just want to bless you and me, all of us. Mamash should come back with our children, with all the children. Can we sing it one more time this strong, and then we make a little stop for 2 minutes? Oh, the Yatzon Pekona, I forgot already. Give me a good harmony. Akiedat
Akiedat